Okay, friends, it's time. Let's cut the never-ending project off of the loom, shall we? Who's with me? Let's do it. Okay, so hold please. Let me see if I can move everyone around so that you can see some of the things or all of the things. Okay, all right, I can do this. Hold please. Mostly, you can mostly see that, right? Oh, if you could see the mess in my space right now, friends, you would be appreciating that none of this is polished. None of this is practiced. This is all live. Live at the loom. The name says it all, friends. For better or worse, you have signed up to watch me move the equipment around as ungracefully as possible. Okay. If my laptop goes careening off of this, just chuckle with me, would you? Just play along. Okay. You see them, right? The knots are right here. We are finally at the end of this project, which started out as the curtain project, and then I ran out of time, so I took the curtains off, and then I just wove what was left. Now, I wove what was left with this kind of combination of really textured yarns, and I still wove it really loosely. So I'm going to follow along. I think it was Carol who suggested having using this then for another set of curtains that they'll be like cousins to the first ones. They won't have the Danish medallions like the first pattern, but they have same colorway. All the other stuff is the same. So without further ado, I'm gonna grab some scissors and we're gonna slice. Okay, so this is empty. Let me put that over there. All right, friends. I did a pretty good job playing Warp Chicken here. Let me tell you. You can see that like I had to make sure the tension was kind of loose because otherwise these weren't really lifting up very. Like I had to take precautions because because I moved it. It's I don't know 4 inches, 5 inches maybe from that last shaft back there. So I eked out just about as much as I was gonna. So let's talk about cutting this off. Here is the way that I like to do it. Friends, do it whatever makes sense in your head. But I like to start in the middle and then work my way out, kind of cutting little things as I go. I tend to be a little freaked out by just cutting it. I know many people will do that and just kind of slice it, but I don't want my weft yarns to be shifting all over the place. So again, this is really all about what kind of tolerance do you have for I don't know, chaos, for things moving around. I don't like things to be moving around a lot on me. So I tend to then do loose knots for the whole project to secure it before it comes winding off. So enough talking. Let's do this. So we start in the middle somewhere randomly. And these are just going to be, like I said, kind of a loose overhand knot because my sweet Dinah then is going to have to come back in here and do some. She'll make a little sleeve for the curtains and hem the bottoms too. So that is the plan du jour. Yes. Connie said at the end I run a few throws of scrap yarn to hold it together. Yes, that is a wonderful idea. And there have been times that I'll put in. I like to use toilet paper for my spacers. So on occasion, I will do the whole put in a few rows of toilet paper. But I tend to kind of get in the groove, and then all of a sudden I'm at the end. I'm like, oh, yeah, I didn't play that very well. Let's see. Carol said 2 hours prior in Seattle. Oh, are we talking about timing? Is that what we're talking about? Okay, so just working it from the middle, working my way out. That's the whole plan here, kids. That's the there's no real specific science. So what should we talk about while I'm cutting this off the loom? Do we have any other weaving questions we can answer? Is there any kind of solve any kind of weaving problems for anybody? There's a debate about the WD-40. I have been very fortunate. I haven't had too many things fall out or get kind of wonky on my loom. But you know when that happens, that's not for me to fix. I'm always like, Carl, we have a family friend who's, yeah. And yes, that's not me fixing that. No, 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 no. Yeah. Brittany says it looks so satisfying. It really is. It is. Yeah. Now, here's the big question mark is, do I have enough yardage on here to actually do curtains for another window? I didn't measure it, friends. I don't know. Sherry asked, is your weft yarn variegated? Oh, good question. Yes. Okay, Sherry, here, I'll show you really quick. I put 3 yarns together for my weft. So I had this one, which is a really tiny, real tiny little white one. And then I did this one, which is a gray. I kind of mimicked the colors in the warp. So I did this gray, so a little bit bigger, but not bad. Kind of a light gray. See this contrast? There we go. And then, ooh, here's the sweet one. I put in this little nugget. Where's my? I can't find an end. Don't you hate that? Oh. Okay, can you see it? I can't find an end for us. Anyways, it's like a boucle, like a slubby. It's a slubby one. Yes. Yeah. Brittany asked, do you bring anything weaving related with you on vacation? Not in this case. I have in the past. Yes, for sure. Yes, because in the past, there's been times when I've coordinated a vacation with, like when I was doing shows. And in that instance, I always had like a table loom or something with me. Yeah. Carol asked that the boucle I sent you ages ago. Probably. Yeah, probably, honey. Yeah. Yes. Let's see. What are these? Are good questions, you guys. Connie said, okay. Lori said, Lori said, naked looms, though, shall not speaketh of such indecent, shameless looms. Yes. Okay. What else? What else you got for me? Christy says, do you have a preference for texture, random modeling effect, or planned floats pattern? Preference for texture. It depends. It depends on the project. I know it's not a very exciting answer, is it? Do you guys have a certain kind of texture that you really like? Speaking of, this week's handwoven experience was all about how to weave with textured yarns, which is very fun. That's part of this kind of prompted that episode because I was thinking about texture a lot with this. Yeah. Yes. Okay, Carol, that's from the 1960s. The yarn is? No. Is that what you mean or something else? Ernie says WD-40 is not a lubricant. It was created as a tool to displace water in electronic assemblies with something that is electrically neutral, but not to lubricate. As has been sold, it gums things up. Oh, see? That's why these are so good. We all learned something. Yeah. Connie asked, do you do the same type of knotting when you take a project off and still have warp enough to continue weaving? I usually just do the knots like this at the end, like when I'm done. Yeah. If, like, I took off the fabric for the curtains, and then I had a break, like I will just pull it forward, put in some spacers, just like you said, put in some scrap yarn. I just put on my little toilet paper, some rows of that so it doesn't move, and then cut it and then retie it and go from there. Is that what you're asking, honey? Let me know. All right, we're almost done. Oh, by the way, I'm the one who's always preaching about don't be hunched over things. Don't do as I'm doing. Stand up tall. Don't hunch, friends. Don't do this. Don't do this thing I'm doing right here. All right, we're almost done. Okay. Woo-hoo. All right. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. We got just three little knots left. Carol said the beam troll. A little bit. Yeah, that's what it feels like at the moment. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Last one left. Blast off. Woohoo! Okay. Yay. We did it, friends. Okay, so let me move you over here and tilt you down so you can kind of see what's happening from here. Okay, so let's take off a break and let's do this. Whew, what a relief. Okay, I'm going to pull it and see our little, look, it turned out pretty, right? I like it. It's gray with just like a little bit of blue in there. That's the plan. I love the yardsticks. They just make me happy when they're falling out. I know it's an extra precaution and you probably don't need them, but I love to use them because then you hear them falling out as you're unrolling your yarn, your fabric. Okay, so look at this. Okay, so here's, you can't really see it. There we go. I'll be honest, I don't know if I'll have enough for another window, but that's all right. We will we'll do our best with what we got. Okay, so here, let's talk about this for a second. I'm a whole hot mess right here. Okay, here we go. So here is, let's look at that from the end then. So you saw these are the colors I used: a white, kind of a light gray, and this like pale blue. And when I was done with the curtain part of it, with all the Danish medallions, I was looking around. I was like, what do I want to do to kind of fill that in? And you saw the 3 yarns that I showed you, which kind of mimic that. A white, kind of a light gray, and then that slubby kind of gray. Can you see the texture a little bit on there? The texture is way cool. And I wove it. It's real see-through. Like I wove it really gently. Like I barely tapped it when I was using the beater bar, just so I'm kind of placing it, not actually squeezing it, if that makes sense. And the warp yarns, I set them up so it would be like 8 warp yarns and I skipped a dent, and then 8 more warp yarns, I skipped a dent. So that was already nice and airy. So the hand is great for a curtain. I think it's going to be really, really nice for that. The question mark is just, do I have enough to do another window? I have a total of 4 windows, and the Danish medallions only covered 1. So I'll keep you posted on what that might look like in the near future. Okay. Oh, we did it. We cut off the never-ending curtain project. Thank you for being here to witness all of that. Lori says, Chris, I'd wear that curtain. Carol Burnett, yes, totally. Yes. With the rod still in it. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes, honey. Yeah, that's yeah. Because of the texture to it, it reminds me of, I mean, it's not sturdy enough, but it reminds me of some of that like a Jackie O kind of suit, kind of that kind of era, something in there. It's not nearly sturdy enough, but it has that kind of, almost that kind of vibe to it. This is very fun. Oh, that's a good idea. Christy Lofton suggested maybe a valance instead of full curtain. Nice. Well, each window is going to look completely different. That's a good idea, though. I like that. Mm-hmm. Liz says she always packs the front beam. Very effective, especially on a big project. It does help on a big project. This one wasn't. It felt big because it took me so long to get it done. But that's all right. That's all right. Yeah, Carol said that's enough for a short basement window. Easy. Mm-hmm. I know, Carrie. You're exactly right. I have a couple ideas, but if you guys have thoughts, I am open for some ideas. What would you like to see here over at Acting Creative? Mm-hmm. Let me know. What is there something you're like? It's about time Chris showed us how to do fill in the blank. Let me know. Okay. Yeah, like a tweed, Brittany. Yes, exactly. Yes, Carol, a Chanel, like a slubby linen suiting. Yeah. You guys see, you guys get me. That is what becomes so fun about this. You guys get me. Okay.